This entire video is speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. CIG is introducing a brand new boss fight into the verse, a subterranean Valakkar variant called the Yormandi. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts and predictions on how we're going to fight the Yormandi Valakkar worm at the ASD Onyx facilities. But first, just a quick refresher, I'm going to show you guys how to make your way to the actual boss fight chamber, just in case you happen to not know. First things first, make your way over to Site B. Now, you can only get to Site B by going through the research wing at the Onyx facilities. In the research wing, make your way all the way to the very bottom floor, or level 9. Once on the bottom floor, make your way over to the central room where there's going to be an elevator that you're going to have to ride all the way back up to level 1. Here's a little pro tip once you make your way onto the elevator. On the command terminal, send the elevator back down. Now this comes in handy just in case you die, so you don't have to wait for it to come down once you're already at the bottom of the research facility. Now once you get to the top, swing a hard left and then follow the path till you reach an elevator which will take you to Site B. Once you entered Site B, continue following the path till you make it to the cargo lift. Also, a lot of you guys notified me about the Atzkav getting a small 20% damage buff, but I've been running it ever since the buff was first hit into the PTU, and let me tell you guys, it's nothing special. The Atzkav still takes about 4 to 5 shots to down a single individual heavy NPC, so it's still underwhelming and underpowered. Even this NPC with no helmet on took 3 shots to down. I don't know, the Atzkav feels like it's even a little weaker now in the current build of the PTU. For this in particular NPC, it took 5 shots to down him. Come on CIG, give it another 20% damage boost because it's needed. That 20% does nothing. But with the Atzkav to the side, let's keep on going. So on this platform that I'm on, you're going to want to dispatch all the NPCs that are located on the other side so they don't light you up as you make your way across. After you dispatch all the NPCs, make your way over to a certain section on this walkway that is pretty much blown apart. Once you make it to this section, it is now time to take the plunge and dive right on in. Follow this path till you actually reach the boss fight chamber. It's very straightforward and directional, so you can't get lost. After you finish traversing this passageway, you will now be at the entry point to the brand new boss fight. To the right before the entry point of the boss fight, you're going to find an elevator which will take you to the observation deck, which will be an area where I'm probably sure is going to have some ties to a future mission that is going to be implemented into the verse. Okay, now that we're inside of the boss chamber, let me break this room down for you guys before we get to the speculative side of this video. So the very first thing you're going to notice when you walk into this room is that there's going to be 3 separate pools of water and then 2 separate mechanisms on the left hand side of the room that you're going to utilize for this boss fight. Now the first thing you're going to notice is a lever along the wall. Once you pull this lever, it's going to activate the boss fight. So don't pull it just yet. Make sure you scout the room out, look for anything that may be suspicious like a player lurking in the corner before you pull it. Now when you hit this switch, it's going to automatically lock the entry point and the exit point of this room so no one can enter or exit till the boss fight is over, meaning no one should be able to interrupt you. Right next to the lever, you're going to find a plasma battery refill station that is going to play a huge important role when you're battling the Yormandi. Now, just from reading the room, there is a lot of obvious signs on what you gotta do in order to fight the Valakkar Yormandi. It is obvious to me that they want you to use the volt weapons inside this chamber because of the temperature. It's quite literally freezing, like it's colder than the dark side of yellow freezing. I mean, it is so cold that you can almost use an entire magazine from a parallax assault rifle, only leaving 7 rounds in the chamber before it actually overheats. It's so cold, if you sneeze, the spit would turn into snow, so come properly equipped. Now, I have a good feeling that the Yormandi is going to be weak to either electrical damage, which requires the volt weapons, or distortion damage, which is where these plasma canisters come into play. I guarantee you are supposed to throw these into the water, and yes, they do float, and then shoot them when it's next to the Yormandi, which is going to cause a blast, maybe like an EMP type of blast or some type of energy pulse distortion damage of some kind. I don't know. Educate me if you happen to know. If you happen to run out of plasma batteries, don't fret. They automatically reload after 20 seconds, which will allow you to throw even more at the Yormandi. And that is pretty much it. That is my predictions on how this boss battle is going to go down. The Yormandi is obviously going to go between each of these 3 pools, just so it's not a complete stationary battle, just like the irradiated Apex Valakkar worm on Pyro 1. But when it comes to the offense of the Yormandi Valakkar, I just don't know. Nothing so far has been said on how it actually attacks. I'm probably sure it's going to be kind of akin to the Apex, just like how it spits the irradiated spit at you, all that green gabagoo. I'm probably sure it's going to spit like ice or something at you just because of how cold the room is. It's just giving me that vibe. Obviously, it's going to spit something at you. Maybe these stalagmites and huge rocks in the general vicinity, it may smack it with its tail and send it flying to you. Maybe this one might be the first introduction to destructible environments. I don't know. It looks like the rocks can break, but I don't know until it officially releases. Now, if you're someone who's just not able to tucker it out and fight the Yormandi, there is a way out. Usually after about 5 minutes, there is a exit door that will open up, allowing you to escape if you're just not able to withstand the battle, which is giving me the vibe that this boss fight is not going to take very long, which means it's going to have a lot of replayability in order to get those wiggle rewards that requires 10 tongues, a couple eyes, and a bunch of other stuff, you know, lots and lots of items from this boss fight. So it shouldn't be that difficult for the average player. And that is my predictions on how we are supposed to fight the brand new Yormandi Valakkar Apex Worm. It seems very simple. Like I said, I read the room as soon as I walked inside of here and I was like, okay, this makes sense, and this makes sense. So when the actual boss fight enters the verse, let's see if my predictions actually match up. But tell me down below in the comments what your opinion is, if you think that I'm onto something or if I'm just going crazy. But please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please slap that like button because it really does help put more eyes onto the biggest bird in the verse. But you already know who it is. It's FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.